3, 2, 1, 0.
It was mostly a white world, and most of the world did not realize what kind of work the black women were doing out there. They built a lot of wind tunnels and things out there, and they hired male engineers. But then when the wind tunnels started running and spitting out data that needed to be plotted into curves and put in reports and doing things like that, the men said, we can't do all this work. We got to have some help with doing this. We can't do all these calculations with slide rules and mechanical calculators and so forth. So NASA said, well, we need to hire women. So they went and found women, for the most part, who had math degrees, and many of them had been high school math teachers. A computer generally is a person who solves equations on big spreadsheets. The director would break the equation into lots of parts, and as you filled out the rows and the columns and everything, you would be working the elements of those equations for different variables. One day I was talking to a friend and I said, well, the engineers are working on the same kinds of equations I worked on in graduate school. I guess they're over there because they all have engineering degrees and I have a math degree. And the young lady says, oh no, some of those men over there have math degrees. And when I heard that, I says, well, gee, I'm going to ask about me becoming an engineer. I played with boys a lot in my neighborhood, so competed with them in school too. And I did not like people telling me I couldn't do anything because I was a girl. I went into what the men were doing and how they got promoted. And I said, women are being put in jobs where they cannot move forward, and that's not quite fair. That director, instead of firing me, promoted me and transferred me to engineering. NASA had created a section to try to minimize the sonic boom of a supersonic airplane, and I was assigned to that section. I was kind of a leader in the area and led the national team that kind of guided the sonic boom minimization program.